Alright, hello everyone, how's it going? This is Christopher here, of course, and Mikey All-Star here, and today we have another minifigure showcase. Oh yeah, so, happy Revenge of the 5th, guys. Let's dive right in, shall we? So as you can see today, we have Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett and from The Mandalorian. I figured we should do a classic Star Wars character for May the 5th, so let's do it. Here we have his legs. As you can see, they are super detailed. Of course, the base of them is like this sort of shiny, dark gray metallic color, which I think is awesome. He's got these like shoe details right there, sort of the treads and stuff like that, and you can kind of feel, where his toes would go and everything like that. He's got these knee pads, yellow knee pads, with some sort of silver dots there, just to sort of like, I guess, pieces to hold them onto his leg or whatever. That's pretty cool. And then he also has the start of this sort of like, he's got this kind of like tunic little thing on underneath his armor, so that of course is in a nice shade of black, and then you have some gray details there to sort of show that it's more of a fabric rather than like a metal or anything like that. No detail on the side or back, but really gets the job done. I think they really did an amazing job with this minifigure and all, and the legs especially, like, yeah, they're super detailed. Then of course we have his belt, which starts on the cross piece right there, so you get an extra wide belt instead of it being just a little shorter. Like without that cross piece, it's sort of looks like an average belt, but with that, it looks much more wider. And I like how they separate the pockets too. It kind of looks like there's like a little line in between them or something like that. And he's got like the little buckle right there and stuff like that, in a nice shade of this sort of warm brown. And then, of course, there's black detailing right there, outlining all of the stuff, outlining his buckle and his belt and his little pouches there, little utility belt, if you will. And then, of course, he has, like, this little, oh, that's a little too close, isn't it? It's got these, like, little gray detail right there, sort of like, just a random detail. I'm not sure if that's, like, meant to be, like, any sort of thing in particular. It's just a part of his buckle, but pretty awesome. And then here's the torso itself. Of course, he's got the classic Boba Fett armor on. He's got this green Mandalorian armor on. There's of course like some gaps in between his armor there, which you can see the black underneath, the black sort of fabric that he's got going on, the sort of robe or tunic. And then he's got his little symbol right there, which is awesome, in a nice silver. You've got some white gray detailing there. You've also got the red there too, just on the side, for added detail on his armor. He's got little scuff marks there and stuff, and he's got like these little dots right there as well. I don't know what those symbolize, but they're there for added detail. And then, of course, you can see at the top, he's got the start of his robe right there. Sort of goes over his armor just a little bit. And then let's look at the back, which is kind of far because he has a jetpack back there. So you wouldn't normally see this detail. But just for this video, you get to see what the back of Boba Fett looks like. So, as you can see here, he's got these, well, you see what happened is his dad suffered the same fate, unfortunately. No, but he's got the continuation of his belt. You can see right there, it's got some sort of like little gray line in the back, which is pretty cool. And then the back of his armor, which of course is in a nice shade of green once again. You can kind of see, if I do this, you can kind of see where the printing is, which I think is really cool. Sort of like almost like a somewhat of a whiter black on there, if there is such a thing, outlining his armor. And then of course you've got the dark black, which is the base of the torso for his tunic, and you've got like some little wrinkles back there and stuff. Added detail right there. They didn't really even need to put this added detail on there because it's usually covered up by the jetpack, but they went above and beyond. So his arms also above and beyond too. You can see his other little symbol right there, the red with like this little beast guy with the tusks and stuff. Very cool. And there's also some white underneath that too, to really just make it pop really nicely. It looks amazing. In his arms, he's got these little gauntlets on there too, which is in sort of like a reddish, brownish red. And then you've got, or reddish brown, I guess is actually the correct term. And then you also have just some little pieces right there. You've got a little missile right there, just in case he runs into some bad guys and needs to blow them up. You've got, another yellow shoulder pad right there. He's got these tubes going into this gauntlet right here. I think this is meant to be like his little flamethrower gauntlet thing that he's got, just like his dad. And yeah, also in a sort of reddish brown. And then of course, we'll look at his head in a second as we put it back on. Here is the jetpack. It's in this sort of sand green color, like the classic Jabba color right there. Of course, the same color as his helmet too. Same jetpack we've had for years now, but pretty awesome. We've got the little missile at the top. You've got the jets on the side. Looks great. Looks just like the jetpacks that we see in Star Wars. And then here, if I put on his head, is his head. He probably needs that, right? As you can see here, it's got this newer look. Originally, they used to just have like a black head underneath, just a blank head, but now they actually put detail on there now. They give him like a pretty accurate looking head. Of course, he's been for the Starlight pit a little bit, so he's a little chewed up and stuff. He's got some lines there, some damage and stuff like that. It's a nice tan color. He's got this face which looks exactly like Mr. Morrison himself, the person that plays Boba Fett. So that's pretty awesome. He's got this sort of like disgruntled look, like he's about to like go beat somebody up or something like that. He even has some detailing on the back too, the continuation of these like little scars and stuff like that. So once again, above and beyond with the detail on this minifigure. It's crazy good. But here is the helmet. I think this is actually different than the older Boba Fett helmet. It looks a little different to me, at least. Of course, you've got the standard like Mandalorian helmet that we've seen for a while now. You've got the dark red, sort of reddish brown once again for the visor, and of course the black bit for the actual part that he sees out of. And he's got some green on the side. This whole helmet is sand green. There's like little dents and pings and yada yada on there. A lot of detail that's also in the movies. He's got the little viewfinder, if we could find the view with the camera. There we go. He's got some of these little yellow lines in the back. He's got some more detailing back there. So pretty awesome minifigure. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all soon. I hope you have an amazing Star Wars weekend. All right, bye bye.